Good morning, everyone. It's Alison Sullivan. Oh, help if I was actually on the screen. Morning, everyone. It's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia, which is a suburb or just outside of Vancouver. So welcome. And if this is your first time, I appreciate you popping on today. And I'm just going to make sure that I am actually broadcasting so you guys can see and hear me. So just have to check my other screens. And when I do that, probably you guys will have popped on. You can see that I am live over there. Just make sure I've got some sound. Let me make sure. Yep, there we go. Okay. Gosh, my hair is a little spooky today, isn't it? I kind of washed it and then I didn't do anything with it, but that's okay. You're only here to see me stamp. You don't care about my hair. All right. Just going to wait for some people to pop on and then we'll get started. It takes a while for the notifications to go through from Facebook, but when they do, I hope to see some of you here. So fingers crossed. And waiting. Okay, what can we talk about? Well, today we're going to be using the Sweetest Christmas Suite. It's from the, let me just, hi Dawn, hi Diane. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day in our part of the world. Diane is right. It's absolutely stunningly gorgeous here. Let me just put this on the screen and let me just share side by side so we can talk while we're waiting for other people to come. There we go. So on page, what's that, 8 of the mini catalog is this fantastic collection of products called Sweetest Christmas, and that's what we're going to be playing with today. Hi Mo, how are ya? Some of the products that I'm going to be showing you are either unavailable, well, one is unavailable or no longer available. That's the sequins. And one is just waiting to come back, I think December 19th, but we'll talk about that when we start our card. Okay, well, we've got some people jumping on here, so we can get started in just a sec. And yeah, hopefully we'll make a pretty card. I'm sure we will. I'm just drinking my tea. Let's get started. Okay, so let's go over here. So we've got the Sweetest Christmas, which I mentioned. Now, it consists of some fabulous products. We've got 2 bundles. We've got the Sweet Candy Cane bundle, which we're going to be using today. And we also have the Christmas Banner bundle. So both of these, if you bought the whole collection, you'd get both. So I'm going to be playing with this one. I'll talk about this one. We've made cards with this over the last few months. It's really cool. And you've got the nice little banners. You've got some really nice other images that you can die cut, which are great. Now we're also, let's just see. Yeah, that's good. We're going to also be using today the ribbon. Now this is fabulous ribbon. Make sure you pick some of this up. The Real Red and Garden Green combo is $10.25, but you get, 5 yards of each. And these are your, what I would call your traditional Christmas colors, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful ribbon. It's quite soft, so easy to tie, which sometimes can be hard when it's, you know, a stiff ribbon. So just really pretty. So we're going to be using that ribbon. I'm going to set that aside. Also part of the collection is the Sweetest Christmas 12 by 12 designer series paper. So let me lay this out. You can see that you've got some designs that are striped, sort of look like candy canes. And then you've actually got candy cane images. So that's one side of the paper, and then there's the other. So very traditional colors in this, which are really pretty. We've got the Real Red and the Garden Green, but we've also got, we've thrown in here Pool Party and Sweet Sorbet. So we've got a couple of different reds in there, which is really pretty. The really cool thing about this one, get this one pattern, is that the dies from the Look at that. Cuts out the actual candy cane. Isn't that awesome? I just dropped everything on the floor, you guys. So I'm going to pick that up. Having one of those mornings. Oops, not picking that one up. Okay. So we've got, you can cut it out with the die, or you can just use the paper, or you can fussy cut it out too. It's not a hard, that's not a hard image to cut out. Okay. So what else are we going to use today? We're going to use some other products that are from that collection, including the real red and white glimmer paper. Let me show you this. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? It comes 6 by 6, and you get 4 of the real red and 4 of the white. I've cut these down already. I'm running low on this. Now, this product isn't available at the moment. It's going to be back in stock on December 19th. And you're going to want to pick it up. The thing that I love about the new glimmer papers that we have, in the old days, it used to flake off onto your project, but it doesn't. Like, this does not flake off. Like, even if I was to use my nail, it just doesn't. And it's great. Look how beautifully and sparkly that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So these are the products we're going to use. So let's get started. The card that I'm going to make today, I talk a lot about my border buddy, Patsy Waggoner. Her and I do a program. We've been doing it for, my gosh, over 10 years, I think. She lives in Minnesota and in the US, and I'm in Canada. And we've done a lot of things together over the years. But one of the things we do every single month is we provide a free PDF for anyone who makes a purchase in either of our stores. So Canadians purchase from me at Stamp Crazy with Alison, and Americans purchase from Patsy at stamps2diefor.com. And her full name's Patsy Waggoner. So you can find her. And I always put the links to both of us on my page when I'm finished my video. So a couple months ago, our featured products was the Sweetest Christmas. And this is one of the cards that Patsy created. And we're going to make that one together today. So let me grab, who else has jumped on? Good morning, Jennifer. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Cookie. Hurricane, Florida. Oh, sorry. My friend lives in Naples, sorry. And I know they got really badly hit and are still kind of recovering. So hopefully things will get more back on track for you guys. But thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. So we're going to start with basic white. Now, our basic white cardstock comes in 2 weights, thick and what I call regular. Our regular is about 80 pounds. And our thick is about 100 or 110. So it makes a nice base, especially if you're going to be putting a lot of stuff on the front of a card. If you're going to be just maybe stamping and maybe one layer and a few little things, the regular white is good. But today we're going to be layering this, so we're going to want a nice thick cardstock underneath. Okay, so that's the base of our card. Now, I've also got a piece of Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper. We've got the striped piece. This has been cut 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we're going to do some die cutting. So let's start with that. I've got that fantastic red that we were talking about, that sparkly red. I want to cut this out with one of the dies from the bundle, from the candy cane bundle. And it's this one here. So it's got these stripes. Okay. Now, what I've gone ahead and done ahead of time is I put a piece of our adhesive sheet on the back. All this is a double-sided, really kind of thin glue, but it's really great for something as intricate as this. You know, we don't have to go in and then put our glue on it. So I wanted to do that. I'm going to turn that over. And I also want to make sure that, I know this sounds funny, but we want our stripes to be going the right way. This striped paper, if I was to do this, it would still work, right? But I cut another piece earlier and I thought, why isn't that lining up nicely? It's because I had the stripes going the other way. So just a hint. So I'm going to lay that down, and I'm going to have to use my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So reminder of the layers here, or the platform or the sandwich. We've got one, platform 1, then we've got number 2, number 3. Then we have our beautiful sparkly real red paper. We've got our die, and then we've got our second clear plate. Okay, I'm going to just move it over and cut it here. I'm not going to bring my machine into the workspace. It's too big, and I have to raise the camera, and then anyway, you can hear me using it, and I'm going to show you the product. Here it is. Okay, so here is our cut die. So when we pull that off, fingers crossed, we're going to pop out some of these. So we've got these little guys are coming out. I was thinking you could go ahead and create quite a little abstract picture with all these little leftovers, couldn't you? You know what I mean? Like a paper piercing almost, right? Just gonna make sure I've got them all out. Okay, they're popping out really easily here, so appreciate that. There we go. How's everybody doing on a Sunday? It's a beautiful day in Vancouver. We're supposed to get snow this week. We don't do well with snow here. We don't get, I used to say we don't get a lot of it, and we never used to. But I mean, that sort of changed. We're getting a lot more in the last 5 years. So I guess we shouldn't say we don't get snow here. I think that's all of the pieces. Oh, there's another one. All right. So you can see that this is all going to have the glue on the back. So let's move this out. I'm not going to throw these out because I think we could use some of these larger pieces for another project. I think it'd be kind of fun. Let's grab our DSP, and now we want to glue this on. So let's do the hard part, which is sometimes the hardest part is taking off the backing. So I've got it started, and I'm going to take this strip off first. I think that's still glue that we have to, nope, we're good. So I'm going to take all this off. Just have to be mindful that we get it all. There we go. Okay. Now it's not super, super, super sticky, but it's sticky enough that it just makes it easier. So what I'm going to do is, because I can see this part at the bottom, I'm going to just line that up first. Line up the bottom, and then I'm going to just lay that down and gradually glue that down. Okay, there we go. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? It's just adds to that paper. If that paper was plain, I don't know. I think this just adds to, you've got the printed stripes, and then you've got this beautiful pop of glimmer. Love it. Okay. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and glue this on to the front of the paper. Okay. Let's grab our card base. Let's grab my favorite glue, which is my mono glue, the white glue. Just doing a very thin kind of scribble. Go. Okay. Sometimes what I like to do is turn it over. Oh, have you got more snow there? Oh gosh, Jennifer. Yeah, you had those dumps, didn't you? A couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe even more. And I thought, oh, that's early. My friend lives in Lethbridge, and they've gotten a lot of snow, and of course they get the wind too, which is ugh. All right, so there we go. Nice. Okay. What should we do next? Well, next I want to use these two stamps here, these two candy canes. Now, remember I said earlier we could cut them out of the DSP. That would work too, but let's stamp these. So I've got some paper here for my candy canes. I want one candy cane in real red and one in garden green. Those are the two colors that are in that ribbon that I showed you earlier. So let's do red. Hopefully that's, now we don't have to worry. I did trim around mine. I was getting some halos. Of course, we don't have to worry too much about that since we're cutting it out with a die. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Looks like a real candy cane. I was looking for candy canes the other day for a project, and I could not find any of them. And then I did find some recently, but boy, they have weird flavors. Have you guys noticed that? Like, I just want peppermint. Ooh, see that? That's just a little tiny fleck I got on there. Don't want that on my candy cane. Looks like, there we go. So just turn that over. Must have picked up a little piece of paper. Okay, so that's stamping. I'll put that aside. I'm going to need those two. Then I also want a little sprig. See this little sprig here? Okay, I want that. So I'm going to do that one in garden green. Go. So pretty. And then I've got some words that I want. I'm going to use this one, Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses, which is really cute. I'm going to do that one in red. Now I'm doing it on this is sort of large piece of basic white. I'll make sure that I've got that in there. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a shape first, and then I'm going to stamp, I think, or make it a little bit bigger. Use a bigger piece of paper here. That was a bit neat for me to have to cut. All right, there we go. So now we've got all our stamping done. Good morning, Valerie. Hi, Ghislaine. Is it sunny in Kamloops? Oh, that's great. It's beautiful here. We're really lucky. All right, so let's grab our dies. Love how the dies match up with our candy canes. So this is our garden green one, and you know that I have eye issues, so I'm going to just tape that down with my repositionable tape. Grab, and it's our red one. Are you a traditional color people, you guys? Do you like traditional garden green and real red, or are you kind of a, sweet sorbet and maybe even really bold like a granny apple? Sometimes I like different colors. I like pink and gray for Christmas cards sometimes, which is nice. Okay, we've got our little sprig. Here it is. Don't you love it when you can have a die that coordinates so beautifully with your stamps? No fussy cutting. Some people really love fussy cutting. My friend Leanne really likes it. Now I'm going to position this one. I'm going to look at the picture here. Let's do this. I haven't made this card before, you guys, so you're seeing me making it live. It's almost like a, what do you call it, chopped. And I'm looking for my, here we go, lime green. Yeah, I like lime green. I think that's kind of cool for Christmas, right? Oh, hi, Gail. Did you have your tabby? Oh, I'm so glad to see you on here. I'm glad you're recovering. Yay. So I'm bringing in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Okay. I have a secret. Well, it's not really a secret, but Stampin' Up has a special in July. Oh my gosh, I wish it was July. January and February for celebration. And they're coming out with an exclusive color for the Stampin' Cut, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. It's called Boho Blue. It's really pretty. And it's for new demonstrators. So we're going to have lots of specials for people that want to join. And I'm thinking of you, Gail. You wanted to join. Well, I'm so glad you had your tabby. You're home. You're home? Yeah, probably. I don't think they keep you very long. All right, let's roll this through. Okay. And got our candy cane. Now remember, you guys, I am a rebel. I do not use the sandwiches that Stampin' Up recommends for anything, really. I use plate number 3 and then a clear plate number 2 for my paper die and plate number 2 for my die cutting. I did a video. It's really short. It's only like 5 minutes. You can search for it here on my page if you're on Stamp Crazy with Alison, my page, and you'll find the video. I show you all the different sandwiches for doing different thicknesses of embossing folders too. So yes, Jennifer and I are excited because we are already demonstrators. And so we are going to be able to order the blue one in December. And you got to love a demonstrator, right? Like we all probably have the original color, but so we need to have a blue one. Oh, I'm glad, Valerie. Yeah, it's like night and day, right? It's just like night and day. I don't use theirs, and I'm quite happy. Don't you love the way this one? Look at how this one cuts. Let's get rid of it. Isn't that great with the little holes? Isn't that cute? Okay, now I'm going to read Patsy's instructions here because I have not. All right, I think. All right, we're going to do some assembly here. So I've got, that's our card that we had. This is our Whisper White one, or our white glimmer background. And I'm going to just use my regular glue. Now I got to be really careful here because it's going to want to maybe slip a bit. Glimmer paper to glimmer paper. So let me just load it up with glue. And then figure out where my, is that me in center? Okay. And then figure out where I want this. Okay. Anybody got their Christmas trees up yet? Oh, you were able to use that. Oh, good for you, Jennifer. I'm glad. Yeah, sometimes, every machine, Jennifer's just saying that she gave the original mini to a friend. Oh, how lovely, as a present. And she was lucky because she was able to use the recommended sandwich. And some people were. I just couldn't. Oh, Jennifer, it would work sometimes. No, it wouldn't work. It was driving me nuts. So I'm sure if I tried the original, I could get it to work. But I like that it works every time for me. But I'm glad to hear that it works for you. So that's good. All right. Let's get these on here now. I think what we're going to do is pop these up. So let's grab some dimensionals. And it's throwing me off a little bit because remember we stamped this originally and then it had that little fleck of stuff in it. So let's put our green one here. So that's a cute card. And then now, because we're going to be going over this, and this is already popped up, we're going to have to do a double pop. Okay. So I'm going to put, where it crosses in the middle, we don't want to put a dimensional because that would be weird, and it would be, what's the word? It would be, uneven. So I've got some dimensionals on here, but because we've already popped up this one, we're going to want to double pop this one. Okay. So what I mean by that is we're going to double decker it. So I'm going to put another one. Whoop, on top. Remove the first one's paper, or it'll just fall off. So you don't want to do that. So now we've got a double decker. Okay. And I could put a little glue there, but I don't think we need it. So let's just hide that a little bit better. Go across. Okay, I'm thinking this needs a little more crossed. We need to do this and that. That looks better. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cute? Now we've got our little words and we've got that little sprig, right? So that sprig's going to be perfect hiding that hole on the bottom. Okay, now if you had real candy canes, wouldn't it be cute to put one through? I should have brought one down. Put one through here and make that. And that, wouldn't that be a cute little table decoration at Christmas on everyone's plate? I'm going to do that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, let's see what she wants us to do. Cut the bottom hole of the tag. She wants me to cut that off, but I don't know if we need to, because doesn't that just cover it anyway? Well, I'm going to do what Patsy's instructions say, because she's obviously done this before. So let's cut that off. All right, like that. And then she loves dimensionals. So yeah, I was going to say, wonder if she dimensionalized this. She did. She puts dimensionals on everything. Like, she probably puts dimensionals on things around her house that she doesn't even, aren't related to cards. She loves them. She could keep them in business, the dimensional makers. Okay, so we're just going to do that. And then let's glue this little guy on the bottom. I'm just going to use my regular white glue here. Here we go. Just a little dab will do ya. Remember, when you use the white glue, it can move around. So you want to be really careful that once you get it in place, you just give it a chance to dry. Okay. And then let's add some ribbon. So remember earlier I was showing you my real red and my garden green ribbon. We've got a lot of red going on here. So let's do a green bow. I love this ribbon. It's so soft, you guys. And like I said, you get tons of, 5 yards of each color. And it's in stock, so grab it before it's not. Things are going to start to sell out. Watch, if you're on my newsletter list, watch for a newsletter. And of course, on my Facebook, I'll be putting it. There is the last chance sale. That'll start on December the 1st. Now, not everything is on sale, but lots of stuff is discounted if it's still available. So make sure you get on there and check it out. So here's a little bow. Okay, just let's make it, open it up a bit. There we go. Now, normally I love my little flat bows, but today I'm going to use a mini glue dot because that hole, and so I need a little bit of height. I guess I could have put it on with a dimensional if I wanted. There we go. There's our card. Isn't that pretty? I love the bundle too, Connie. It's awesome. Yes, Jennifer, thank you. You're like my helper today. Thank you. The boho blue, Jennifer's just saying that boho blue that the machine's going to come in is actually a sneak peek. We've just got a sneak peek of a new in color that's coming. So it's a really pretty blue. All right. Isn't that gorgeous? So thanks to Patsy Waggoner. That's her design. And I made it without even making a sample. So I didn't do too badly. But I think it's really pretty. And I think what really makes this card is the glimmer paper. So back in stock December 19th. Should we look at some other cards that we made together or that I've got in my little stash? Here's another one, same idea. I actually did this one for a class. I made this one and we made it in class. This was a little bit tricky. I actually used those adhesive sheets and glued a red, just cut it out of real red cardstock, glued it to basic white cardstock, or actually that's shimmery white, sorry, and then cut them out afterwards with the candy canes. So it's kind of a different way. And then bringing in that blue, that balmy blue that you wouldn't associate with Christmas. Okay, and here's the step. Here's a faux step card. Got a little crushed here, but you get the idea. That's one of those step ones. So it stands up like that, but it folds flat to go in an envelope. Here's another one, and look at this. We're using that real red paper and the white. Isn't that gorgeous? Very simple. This one's not a hard card to make. We made this one together on a live. This was based on a card in the catalog. Because, if you just don't have any mojo, go to the catalog and find a card. And there we go. So that's all I did. I was recreating that card. Okay. And what else? Oh, this is also from the class that I had. this one here. And these are those sequins. They are no longer available. So that's the only thing that's no longer available and won't be coming back. Okay, love that green ribbon and love sparkle. Okay, and then lastly, this was another one did in the class. Really simple. This is using the other bundle, the one that we talked about earlier, the Christmas banners bundle. Okay, so there's our card for today. I'm going to just put it like that. Let's lower this a titch and just maybe get a closer view of that. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, she does. My Patsy's is so talented. There we go. Okay. All righty. Any more questions? So what's coming up? I can't believe it's the end of November soon, but you got a few more days left to earn the free PDF for November, which features the Jingle, 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 which we've made a lot of cards with and online here. So hope you've been able to see this. Or they're on my blog too, stampcrazywithalison.com. Now, December, when you make an order in December, the free PDF is going to be featuring the Fitting Florets, which, as you all know, was released on November 1st or early part of November for customers. And it's available to the end of December or while supplies last. The little pretty gold swirls adhesive backed have sold out, but everything else is still available right now. But you'll want to get that in if you can, as soon as you can. And when you do, I'll send you a free PDF with instructions for 6 cards. And actually, you're going to get a bonus. You're going to get a 9 card PDF in addition, so 15 cards. So that's pretty cool. So think about that. Shop Crazy with Alison is my store. And oh, thanks, Mo. Yeah, it's a beautiful card. I agree. And so simple, right? So hope you get some creative time in today, you guys. I will see you back here on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And until then, thanks so much for joining me today. I do really appreciate it. Take care. Bye for now.